If this bill does not pass, we are most certainly be left with the Senate bill. I think that's clear. And this bill is an improvement over the Senate bill in the following ways, just to name a few. First of all, it reaffirms that FISA is the exclusive means of collecting foreign intelligence and makes absolutely clear that the enactment of an authorization for the use of force does not give the President, whoever he may be, any inherent authority to alter the requirements of FISA. Very important. This is important because President Bush believed, and this was what we were told, that he as President of the United States had inherent authority under the Constitution to do almost anything he wanted. And what this bill reaffirms is that the FISA law is the authority for collecting foreign intelligence. There is no inherent authority of the President to do whatever he wants. This is a democracy. It is not a monarchy. Secondly, it is an improvement of the Senate bill. And by the way, no offense to President Bush, I wouldn't want any president, Democrat or Republican, a Democratic president or a Republican president, to have that authority. Secondly, the bill provides that except in rare circumstances, there will be pre-surveillance review by the FISA court. And when I say rare circumstance, I mean very, very rare. Unlike the Senate bill, this legislation retains FISA's broad definition of electronic surveillance and thus guarantees that basic protections of FISA apply to all the new forms of collection authorized by the bill. There had been an attempt, and that's why the Senate bill is inferior in this respect, to just narrow it to certain kinds of collection. And this says it applies to all collection, electronic surveillance. Fourth, it contains specific protections against reverse targeting. It provides for a full, this reverse targeting is very, very important to the civil liberties of the American people. And I am satisfied by the specific provisions against reverse targeting. It provides a full and independent review of the President's surveillance program by the Inspector General of the relevant agencies. Of course, there are aspects of this compromise bill that I do not like. I don't believe that Congress should be in the business of interfering with ongoing lawsuits and attempting to grant immunity to telecommunications companies that allegedly violated the law. Those companies have not lived up to a standard expected by the American people. They come out of this, I don't think today is any cause for celebration for them. They come out of this with a taint. I do not believe that the pending lawsuits would have achieved what we would have liked them to do, which the Inspector General's review would, which is to learn the truth about the President's terrorist surveillance program and give us the information we need to make sure that never happens again. In addition, this legislation makes sure that in the future the telephone companies must fully comply with federal statutes. Again, it would have been my preference to vote for the Restore Act that the House sent over to the Senate. I do not consider it an option to live with the Senate bill. This is the opportunity that we have to protect the American people through the gathering of intelligence, which is essential, as I said earlier, to force protection, to protect our men and women in uniform and help them make the decisions they need to do their jobs and keep them safe, and to fight terrorists by learning their plans in advance and squelching them. So again, I want to thank those who have worked so hard to bring this bill to the floor. It's not a happy occasion, but it's the work that we have to do. I think we have to remember, getting back to the Constitution, the House, Article 1, legislates. We pass the laws. The judiciary interprets the law. The executive branch enforces the law. And what is very important about whatever we pass, especially in relating to subjects relating to our security and our liberty, it's important that the President of the United States enforce this law, honoring the Constitution of the United States, recognizing the responsibility that we all have to protect the American people and protect the Constitution of the United States at the same time. So again, a difficult decision for all of us. I respect every opinion that was expressed on this floor today. The knowledge, the sincerity, the passion and the intellect of those who support and oppose this have been very, very valuable in making the bill better, if not good enough for some, but certainly preferable to the alternative that we have, which is the Senate bill, which must be rejected. I'm not asking anybody to vote for this bill. I just wanted you to know why I was. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Madam Speaker.